Fire for your mind. The Kosher Clinician.
Feel lost after you got married because of this behavior in your wife? Is the thrill still in the marriage, and are you happy?
Very few people look at their wife in this example and say, "You've gained too much weight. You disgust me. I'm grossed out by you." Like that level of vitriol is rare. I don't say it's rare, but it's not common.
Sure.
What's way, way more common is your wife knows you don't think she's pretty anymore.
I got you.
You don't cut glances at her anymore. You don't give her hugs anymore. You keep the lights off. And so it creates an air that y'all are sharing. You're both breathing this, where she might not be able to put her finger on it, but she knows you're out.
Sorry, fat wife coming through. Sorry, excuse me, fat wife. Oh, hold on a sec. All right, bring her through.
Peter, stop it. For God's sakes, you're embarrassing me.
Look, honey, with all due respect, you've gained some weight recently.
It's 5 pounds at the most. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, Lois. You start with 5 pounds, and then one day, boom, you wake up and you're on the practice with 16 rings in your ear.
Oh, you're one to talk. Look how fat you are.
Lois, men aren't fat. Only fat women are fat. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go warn the chef that you've arrived. Oh, hey, Hogzilla. You happen to see my hot wife, Lois, around?
No, I haven't. Maybe she's out looking for a man who can satisfy her.
Hey, do me a favor. When you go to sleep, aim your butt the other way. Last night, for God's sake, you farted. I felt like somebody was sticking me with a cigarette lighter from the car. You're fat.
Shut up and go to sleep.
Hit that like. Greetings. This is another topic of the Kosher Clinician that might be sensitive to some viewers. If you are sensitive to the topic at hand or the title provided in the show, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Viewer discretion is advised. Fire for your mind. Kosher Clinician.
Aside to become the Kosher Clinician, the story and the war cry behind the Kosher Clinician was similar to some of the struggles and the things that I've been through as a man. And some of you men are still going through that right now. There's a philosophical term called an existentialist crisis. Basically what that means is that you begin to ask yourself the question, why am I existing? What is the purpose of my existence? And I think that's the story of a lot of men that have not been more or less raised or under the tutelage of masculine men. One of the greatest indictments, guys, about the manosphere is that people assert and assume that the manosphere preaches misogyny and hate. But the manosphere is not responsible and was created a silo as the front to women or black women. But the manosphere was responsible for paying the suffering that many black men were going through and continue to go through as we speak now. Once again, gentlemen, we are going through an existential crisis. Our country is in trouble. Some of you are in trouble, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And you're not ready to move to higher ground until you get the requisite help that's going to help you become the better version of yourself.
Real men put the strap down and we can toss it. This is our culture. Now we talking kosher. Clinician.
All right. There it is. All right. Now hit it for me.
And it ain't culture. 7 in hell is what they taught you. We'll put them, and you can back up in young Dawson. Kosher. Clinician.
All right, stop that. All I want you to say is, if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. Say that first, okay?
All right.
All right, you ready?
Start over?
Yeah, start it.
No. Okay, if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher, and...
If it ain't 7, it ain't culture.
Okay.
Heaven and hell is what they taught you.
Okay, perfect. Do that again, but give me a little attitude. If it ain't 7, it ain't culture.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
And action.
Young heads picking back up in young Dolphin. This is our culture. Now we talking kosher. Clinician. I didn't want that. It was cool.
If it ain't seven, it ain't culture. Heaven and hell, that's what they told you. Real men put the strap down and we can toss them. Young heads picking back up in young dolphins. This is our culture. Now we talking kosher. Clinician, masculinity issues. Absent fathers who miss you. Mama drama don't kiss you. All a part of the ritual. This is how they get you. Separate the men, women, clipping babies pretend to. Damn. Lovers, haters, acting like vultures. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. If it ain't seven, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. Listen. Listen.
All right, guys, if y'all can hear me, hit one. If you can hear me, hit one, guys. Hit one if you can hear me. And we're going to get right into it in a minute, guys. We're going to get right into it in a minute. But I wanted to do this show, guys, for a myriad of reasons. And I wanted to talk about why so many men are afraid that once they get married and say I do, that their wives or their girlfriends change precipitously. And it's a problem on a lot of different levels, guys. It's a problem on a lot of different levels because men expect their women to keep themselves looking good for a period of time, but also a span of time in the relationship. And so men struggle when their wives or their girlfriends change up and stop keeping themselves looking good. Relationships are built on trust. Relationships are built on compromise. And relationship is built in mutual reciprocity. But a man struggles when his wife or girlfriend, once she says I do, she changes up and she starts putting on a lot of weight. Now, I need you guys to listen and understand what I'm saying, because if you're not mature, this conversation might trigger you. We're not talking about women that had kids and they're in the early stages of losing weight, or after they had the baby, or if they got health issues. We're not talking about that. We're talking about men. We're talking about women that get complacent in the relationship. Because see, here's the problem. A woman expects your wallet to keep getting fat. And what a man is saying, a woman expects a man's wallet to keep getting fat. She expects your wallet to keep getting fat. And what a man is saying, if my wallet is getting fat, then why do you keep getting bigger? And so that's a man's greatest fear, guys, is that his woman is going to get bigger. And the woman that he married and the woman that he fell in love with, she's going to change up on it. That's a man's greatest fear. And see, here's the problem, guys, with this conversation. A lot of guys don't feel like, shout out to Barry Hamilton, a lot of guys don't feel like they can say anything because they don't want to hurt her feelings. But that's a problem. I'm going to tell you why it's a problem on so many levels. In relationships, men and women should be able to be their authentic self. In relationships, men and women should be able to be their authentic selves. And if a man or a woman can't be their authentic self in the relationship, guys, it's a problem. And it's a problem fundamentally. Because, see, part of the social contract has been violated in a lot of dating and relationships. And that's led to a lot of mental health issues and a mental health crisis for a lot of men. The social contract back in the past was no kids, being chased. And we know times will change. You know, the world is radically different now. But that was part of the social contract. And so a woman's greatest fear is that that man may not continue to provide for her. Women are nesters by nature. Even if they have their own money, women want apex providers. It's just part of their nature. But the way men are wired is that men by nature, they want a woman to keep herself and to continue to keep herself looking good. And a lot of men don't have the temerity or the conviction to say, listen, babe, I love you, but you're getting too big. They just don't have the temerity to say it. So they just don't say anything and they suffer in silence in the relationship. But see, here's the problem. If you allow your wife to get big and you're not doing anything about it, you're not challenging her and saying, if you're going to be my wife, you got to step it up. I don't blame her. I blame you. I don't blame her fundamentally. I blame you as a man because you are not holding her accountable and you're not setting the standard. We live in a world now because of social conditioning and because people lack the maturity to have adult conversations. A lot of times in relationships, men are not being their authentic selves. So for the fear of hurting their quote unquote, hurting their wives' feelings, they don't say anything. But once again, a woman expects your wallet to get fat. But on the reverse, a man doesn't expect his woman to get big or get fat. And this is the way it is. Men like body symmetry as part of evolutionary psychology. Now, are there some men that like plumper women? Yes. And let's be true. Listen, I think more men are more honest with themselves. I think men are more open and honest with themselves about their weight and weight distribution. Men are more honest. Men are more honest. Like, I don't mind saying I'm overweight. I don't mind saying, some might say I'm fat in some ways. Don't bother me at all because it's true. But you can't change what you don't acknowledge as a man or a woman. If you don't acknowledge what the issue is, you'll never change the behavior. And a lot of times, you know, she don't want to change the behavior because she don't want to be held accountable. But she still want the benefits of a relationship. She still want the benefits of a good relationship. She still want your money. She still wants your time. She still wants your resources. And so you get in these relationships where you can't really say anything because you don't want to hurt her feelings. But watch this. If you stop being able to provide for your woman, whether she got her own money or not, and I don't like using that word her own money because it's in a big pot. But a lot of men feel like that they were fooled when they got married because, you know, they were singing that song by Keith Sweat.
Feel lost after.
They were singing that song by Keith Sweat, Make This Last Forever. But they feel like they got fooled. They thought that she was going to keep herself looking good. They thought she was going to keep working out. They thought that she was going to be fit, friendly, and feminine. And they realized that after he said, I do, she began to change. Because, see, this is what happened with a lot of women. Once you say, I do, and they get that ring, they get comfortable, guys. Once you say, I do, and she get that ring, she gets comfortable. And that's part of human behavior and also human conditioning. But if you don't raise the standard as if she expecting you to raise the standard, there's going to be a problem. Because if your income start going down outside of you being sick or outside of you losing a job, and sometimes that doesn't matter, your woman's going to have a problem with you. A man's greatest fear is that he cannot provide for his wife and family and kids, and his greatest fear is that she's going to leave him. But a man's subsequent also greatest fear is that she's going to get big after they get married. And we understand age plays a role, lower estrogen, lower progesterone, but that's still not an excuse. It's no excuse for a man to get big either, to have big beer belly, big stomach, not keeping himself looking good for his woman. I think both should. But however, men are not beauty icons, women are. The man is not a beauty icon. The woman is. And part of the social contract that men look for in women is that she keep herself looking good for him. Because when a woman keeps herself looking good for her husband, it keeps him motivated. It keeps the relationship motivated. It gives him something to work for and it gives him something to look forward to. But when you got a wife or a girlfriend that gets married, she's not taking care of herself, she's getting big, that's a problem. Because it's by nature that a woman keep herself looking good. It's evolutionary psychology. Men look at breast, waist, hip ratio. And all that plays a role in how a man see a woman. So many men are afraid and fearful because his woman got big after he said, I do. He feels like it's a violation of the social contract. You feel like it's a violation of the social contract. And that's a problem. Because men and women should keep themselves both looking good in the relationship. But here's the challenge, guys. If you're not saying anything to her, then you can't get mad at her. If you don't hold her accountable, then you can't get mad at her. You got to hold her accountable. Because a lot of guys do feel it's a bait and switch. A lot of guys feel like it's a bait and switch. And let me tell you something, guys. In other cultures, men don't tolerate what we tolerate here in America. If you let yourself go and you get real big in that relationship, you might lose that man. Men in other cultures have a standard, guys. They have a standard. And if you allow yourself to get too big in that relationship, that man, you might lose that man. And so men got to start raising the standard back. Because outside of her being sick, and even outside her being having a child in the earlier stages, it's no excuse for a woman to allow herself to get 50 and 60 and 70 pounds overweight. If you met your woman at 110 and she gets to 200 pounds, that's a problem. And I don't want to hear nobody saying that you should love her unconditionally, because see, watch this. She doesn't love you unconditionally, and she shouldn't love you unconditionally. Because relationships are about symmetry. I take care of her, and she take care of me. There are situations where unconditional love does make sense, like the essence of a person should be loved unconditionally. But when it comes down to certain behaviors, you shouldn't love nobody unconditionally. Shout out to my man, J3. Again, he's a coach. Would you bring back your intro music when it covers brothers coming together? And well, I'm also on different streams. J33. I'm on like 3 different streams, man. But yeah, I got that. I'm on 3 different streams, J3. Thanks for the $5 super chat. And if you look at the other one, I'm gonna do it for you right now. But men got to begin to unite and start demanding more and start expecting more and start holding women accountable if they want to get the best outcomes in relationships.
Men have asked us to play by their rules, but the rules have just changed. Nanobots, transform. I am Kosher Prime, Sentinel, Captain, Advocate for Men. We have crossed a threshold in a time where men are under attack. But if we join forces, we can defeat those that seek to overthrow us in a negative way. Nanobots, transform.
And see, guys, let me tell you something before I get deep into this conversation. Other cultures don't tolerate, other cultures of men don't tolerate that, guys. Other cultures of men don't tolerate that. They don't tolerate it. Because see, if a woman says she want to be equal to a man, then she got to be equal in responsibility as well. Other cultures of men don't tolerate their women getting big. When you go to Latin cultures, and when you go to some Asian cultures, in Asian cultures in China, they got something called Shang Yu women. And so just like women judge men or objectify men based on height, phallus, and finances, then men look at women based on age and weight. And so, you know, they want to have standards, but they don't want you to have standards. And you can't be with a man and allow yourself to get big, you know, 50 and 60 pounds bigger, and you think that man's going to be attracted to you. That's a man's greatest fear, that his woman's going to get big. Because listen, ladies, I need y'all to understand this. A man expects his woman to stay as cute and as pretty as she did once he said, I do. Now, we understand psychologically that women are going to they're going to age. That's why men like younger women. But they want her to stay as young and as pretty as she did when he met her. He want to preserve her youthfulness for as long as she can. But a lot of times, women want to change men based on his emotional acumen. But you got to hold your woman accountable, guys, when it comes down to relationships. But the problem in the black communities is that a lot of black men don't have any standards. They don't have no standards, and they just tolerate anything. Listen to this.
After you got married because of this behavior in your wife, is the thrill still in the marriage? And are you happy?
Very few people look at their wife in this example and say, you've gained too much weight. You disgust me. I'm grossed out by you. Like that level of vitriol is rare. I don't say it's rare, but it's not common.
Sure.
What's way, way more common is your wife knows you don't think she's pretty anymore.
I got you.
You don't cut glances at her anymore. You don't give her hugs anymore. You keep the lights off. And so it creates an air that y'all are sharing. You're both breathing this, where she might not be able to put her finger on it, but she knows you're out.
Sorry, fat wife coming through. Sorry.
And this is satire. This is satire, guys. But then our challenge, if that woman see that man not looking at him the same, then you have to change, ma'am. You can't get comfortable. You can't get comfortable. And I'm talking about some of the men too. But this is not necessarily an indictment on the men as it is the women. Because men should keep themselves looking good, should have big beer stomachs. Like right now, I need to lose about 50 pounds. So I'm talking about myself too. Because, you know, you got sensitive, idiotic people in society that can't take cogent conversations. But when it comes down to a man wants his wife to continue to look as pretty and as young as long as she can. Because that's just how we're wired as men. And a lot of guys, y'all afraid to say anything because you say, I don't want to hurt her feelings. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, hit 1. They can't handle what you are saying. Are we supposed to be hearing what coach is talking about in this video? So if y'all can hear me, hit 1, guys. I'm on 3 streams. Okay, perfect. But you're right, J3. A lot of them can't hear. They can't handle. G Pit 33. They can't handle what we're saying because they don't want to hear the truth. And we got a society of men that have been conditioned to be slaves to her emotion instead of saying, this is what I want, because she don't mind telling you what she want. She don't mind telling you that she wants you to make a certain amount of money. She expects your wallet to get fat, but she's still getting fat too. And imagine your woman getting fat as your wallet is getting fat. That's a problem, guys.
Sorry, excuse me, fat wife. Hold on a sec. right, bring her through.
Peter, stop it. For God's sakes, you're embarrassing me.
Look, honey, with all due respect, you've gained some weight recently.
It's 5 pounds at the most. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, Lois.
But it ain't 5 pounds, guys. It ain't 5 pounds. It ain't 5 pounds. Sometimes it's like 60 pounds. And G Pitt said, I got this weight having your kids. Well, that's an excuse. If a woman breastfeed and get a girdle and eat healthy and drink plenty of water, she can lose that baby weight. And then she got to work out. Using menopause as an excuse is also an excuse. We understand hormone issues play a role. But if you eat right, eat clean, and work out consistently, you can get that weight down. And I'm talking about men too. Men need to get their weight down as well, but we're not talking about men. We're talking about women for this particular conversation. You got to get the weight down. But a man is afraid to say anything. And fundamentally, part of a man's psychological appeal for his woman is she keeping herself looking good. But that's a man's greatest fear, that his woman get fat after they get married.
You start with 5 pounds, and then one day, boom, you wake up and you're on the practice with 16 rings in your ear.
Oh, you're one to talk. Look how fat you are.
Lois, men aren't fat. Only fat women are fat. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go warn the chef that you've arrived. Oh, hey, Hogzilla. You happen to see my hot wife, Lois, around?
No, I haven't. Maybe she's out looking for a man who can satisfy her.
Hey.
And this is satire because she's being funny too. Because listen, guys, even though we're talking about women, I got a show coming up soon called Geriatric George. Men should keep themselves looking good too. You know, when a man get real fat, they say the men lose inches for every amount of for every extra pound of weight they get. After I get off this stream, I'm going to get me a membership to Planet Fitness, guys. I'm gonna get me a membership. I got weights in the gym. I mean, in my basement, but I'm going to Planet Fitness. But a woman expects your wallet to get fat. A woman expects your wallet to get fat. Shout out to Coach KL. A woman expects your wallet to get fat, but she's getting fatter. That's not a fair relationship. That's a violation of the social contract. And guys, if you continue to allow it, guess what? She's gonna keep doing it. She gonna keep doing it. And listen, I'm not saying you being insensitive to your woman, but if a woman is comfortable in that relationship, there's no incentive for her to be her best, because if she kept herself looking good before she got with you, she should continue to strive to keep herself looking good. Because what a lot of them do, once they get married, or once they get a divorce, they go right back to the gym. So why not keep yourself looking good while you're still married?
Hey, do me a favor. When you go to sleep, aim your butt the other way. Last night, for God's sake, you farted. I felt like somebody was sticking me with a cigarette lighter from the car. You're fat.
Shut up and go to sleep.
Yeah, she got to keep herself looking good. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all the next clip. Hold on. But she should be incentivized to keep herself looking good for you, especially if you work hard. You being the quote-unquote traditional man, whatever that looks like in your relationship, she should be incentivized to keep herself looking good for her husband. That's why men tend to like younger women. And an older man that's dating a younger woman, he should keep himself looking good. He shouldn't get real big and have a big old geriatric belly and expect a younger woman to be appealing to him as well. Older men should keep themselves looking good as well. But only in America where men are not allowed to have any standards. America's the only place where a man is not allowed to have any standards, guys. America's the only place. You can't have no standards in America without her getting her feelings and calling you misogynistic and all these stupid, these dumb talking points. Can't have no standards.
If you were married and your wife just, gained weight, had a baby, whatever. The baby's like 2 now, right? The case was
And you know what I used to say, guys, all the time? A lot of women use the baby excuse. That baby is speaking Spanish, eating Cheerios, eating green beans. That baby's speaking foreign languages. And they still talking about she gained weight. She's still talking about that, she gained weight because she had your baby. No, sweetie, you didn't gain weight because you had that man's baby. You gain weight. Some of it could be stress, but listen, we know the stress and cortisol can make a person gain weight for men and women. We understand that. But in the ideal world, if you got a man that's a hard worker, he's working hard, he's providing, and he's helping you, and y'all working together as a team, you have a moral responsibility to keep yourself looking good for your man. Because the men are wired for younger women or pretty women. That's why a lot of times women will shame men for liking younger women. Because, I never understood, guys. They shame men for liking younger women, and they wear all that fake up. They wear all that fake up. But they say, "Oh, y'all just want younger women." Yeah, well, ma'am, yes, men want younger women or women that are younger looking and appealing. Ideally, a younger, mature woman. But if that woman is not keeping herself looking good, or is she keeping herself looking good, it incentivizes that man to be not only psychologically happy, but it keeps him motivated in the relationship. Lavelle Robinson, she doesn't have to work out to lose baby weight. No, she doesn't. If she breastfeed, drink plenty of water, get a girdle, she'll lose that weight. God made it so that women have a natural way to lose weight. Breastfeed. Get a high-end a high-end breast pump and keep yourself looking good for your man, and vice versa. But that's one of a man's greatest fears, that his wife is going to get fat. A man want his woman to look as young and as pretty for as long as she can. But don't you men let these women try to shame you. I'm not saying you being sensitive. Don't let her shame you and say you should love me unconditionally. Because see, a lot of times women do is mental gymnastics. They'll ask you and say, "How do I look in this dress?" And it's a test. Because if you say you look okay, she knows that she's fat. If you say she looks okay and not hold her accountable, then you keep her in her delusion. But if you use a level of emotional intelligence, and listen, baby, I still love you and I'm attracted to you, but I will be more attracted if you got this weight down. Now, if she's a mature woman, she's going to take heed to what you're saying. If she's not, she's going to have a fit and she's going to try to shame you and make you feel bad as a man. And you can't worry about that. Because at the end of the day, if your wallet gets skinny, she's going to have a problem. Even though money by itself is not enough to keep a woman interested. It's a lot of variables. But money is one of the biggest variables.
the baby was 2, and he's telling her, "I want you to go to the gym. I'm not attractive. I don't even be feeling you when we doing it for real. You gain like 25 pounds." He's saying it, like literally saying that, and she's like, "Yeah, but I had your baby." He's like, "The baby's too." He was just, saying it, but he's like, "But you don't you don't work, you don't pay bills."
Right.
And see, a lot of these men are going above. They're going above and beyond. Like I told you on the show I had yesterday, I'm not paying all no bills. I'm not paying all no bills, guys. I'm not paying all no bills. The only woman to get all bills paid for me is virgin and wife-rated women. I'm not paying all no bills. But a lot of men go above and beyond to accommodate their wives and their girlfriends. Their wives. And she still got an excuse because she's too comfortable in the relationship. She's too comfortable.
She was like, you don't want me? He's like, I didn't say I didn't want you. Just saying I'm not attracted as I was.
Right.
But my whole thing is, I feel like, yes, 1,000% she should listen to what her husband needs. This is something you have to deal with. If you care, if you love him. You don't care, you don't give a fuck again, and whatever, then you don't.
How about if the roles were reversed? How about if he was overweight and she was?
He said that to her too, like, oh.
Well, listen, as I said earlier, men, we're not talking about roles being reversed. This young man doesn't understand symmetry and psychology. We're not talking about roles being reversed. That's not the point of contention. That's not the conversation. We're not talking about roles being reversed. What we're talking about fundamentally is this. What we're talking about fundamentally is what the man wants for the sake of conversation. We're not talking about what she wants. We're talking about what the man wants fundamentally. Men allow their women to get away with murder while still demanding high standards from that man. And you should never allow it, because you're actually lying to her and you're lying to yourself, because if you love your woman, you should lead her. And if she got an issue with emotional regulation, that's her problem. No man in his right mind want to be with a woman that's heavily, that gained 50 or 60 pounds after y'all got married. That doesn't look good. It's not healthy for a man's psychology. No more than a woman with a man that's broke. Whether you pay all the bills, whether you pay 6% of the bills, whether you pay 60% of the bills. People always try to equate what a man want with what a woman want. And I know women want their men that look good as well, but some women don't care as much as they care about bills being paid. When you travel abroad, there are men that got big stomachs. I was talking to my friend Lulu Bing, and she's from South Africa. Women in other countries don't necessarily care about a man having a big stomach as long as he's a good provider and a good protector. I'm not saying he shouldn't look good, but that's not the qualifying factor, because women by nature are the beauty icons. Men are not seen as beauty icons. Even though men can be attractive, the woman is the beauty icon, not the man. So part of her symmetry is keeping herself looking good for her man. Y'all do me a favor, guys. Share this stream. Donate to the channel. The Jehu Effect said, Coach, I agree with all. Just one problem. We are dealing with grown children. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Jehu. You're right. Correct. I agree with all this except one problem. Most men are dealing with grown children, not mature adults. You're right. You're dealing with grown children. I totally agree.
But if I was overweight, she was like, I would still love you. He like,
nah. They always want to hit you with that, but
That's a cap. The effort counts.
He said I can understand if you was trying and it wasn't happening, but you don't even go to him. Like,
you don't make an effort.
And the thing about it, guys, like what she's saying, it's one thing if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to the gym every day, and you still ain't losing the weight, but you're making a concerted effort, then I can give that person more grace. But if you're not even trying, because let me tell you something. When you go to foreign, I'm going to show y'all something. When you go to foreign countries and other countries, those foreign women keep themselves looking good. I'm going to show y'all some videos on that in a minute. Actually, let me see if I can find it. But I want y'all to hear what this simp is saying, because what he's saying is nonsense, man. I'm going to show y'all what this simp is saying, because this simp say, this simp say you don't. If she lose weight, it ain't nothing you can do about it. I can do something about it. I can do something about it. I wish a woman would get real big on me and not try. But this is what this simp said, guys.
Your wife does not want to lose weight. There is absolutely nothing you can do. Listen.
Don't listen to this simp, because it's something you can do. You hold her accountable and you have a conversation. Now, he's trying to say, his justification is that if you met her big, then you shouldn't raise the bar. But watch this. I'm going to prove my point. That's why I said, guys, the men in 2026 should continue to be hypergamous. Because that's like saying if I met that's like I'm a challenge this simp. Just like saying if a woman met you broke, or if a woman met you making $16 an hour, then you can't complain. There's nothing you can do if you continue to make $16 an hour. Do you think that would work with a woman? No, it wouldn't. Women are hypergamous, and she might tolerate you making $16 an hour, but she's not going to be content with you making $16 an hour. Because part of a woman's psychology is that she feels safe in that relationship. That makes her feel safe in the relationship. It's financial security. What makes a man feel safe is that you're not going to get big, and your body look like a potato, and he don't have any healthy children. The thing that makes a man invigorated to go hard in the paint for his woman is a woman that has good body symmetry and she's keeping herself looking good. So if a woman is not going to love a man in a sad economic system, then a man should not want a woman that's stuck in being overweight. But see, in the black community, if you listen to simps like him, he'll tell you ain't nothing you can do, and I disagree with that. The only thing I will agree with this man is that he didn't set the standard from day one. You can get with a woman that's overweight and say, I like you and I care about you and I'm attracted, but one of the things you got to start doing is that you got to lose this weight. Because that woman has standards for you. She don't expect you to make $16 for the rest of your life. So why can't you say, I don't expect you to be fat for the rest of your life? She wants your wallet to get fat, and you want her to keep her body proportional. And let me tell you, man, stop feeling bad to have a conversation with your wife and say, listen, you're getting big. I love you, but you gotta get that weight off.
Listen to me clearly. If you picked a your size lady, or you picked her at that weight when y'all first started dating and y'all first started getting together, then later on down the line, you really can't expect for her to make any changes, or you can't.
Wrong answer, Sep. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Sep. Yes, you can, Sep. The devil is a lie, Sep. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Sep. You're gonna lose that weight. No man in his right mind that's a masculine man wants his wife to get 50, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight. How can you be attracted to something that you didn't marry? You didn't marry her at 180 pounds. You married her at 120 pounds. And we understand that women gain weight, but you shouldn't gain that amount of weight, not no 50 and 60 pounds. I can see 10 to 15. But 50 and 60 pounds, and I'm supposed to be happy? No, you can't allow that as a man.
And judge her or look down upon her for feeling the way that she feels. But if you got a woman, you met her and you was attracted to her, attractive, she was at a desired weight that you like, and she looked good, and later on down the line, she started picking up weight. Don't matter what you say, it doesn't matter how you say it doesn't matter what you do. She mad at you, she saying you're trying to call me fat, she get defensive, she gets angry, she gets upset.
And see, guys, this is the problem that happens a lot, mostly in the black community. Does it happen in the broader Americas? Yes. Well, how value men with money? Ain't no man gonna take you being fat and being out of shape, sweetie. It just ain't gonna happen, man. How value men with money and status ain't gonna take you serious being fat and big and out of shape. They're just not gonna take you serious. They're not gonna, they're not gonna take you serious. You ain't gonna be singing that song by Mary J. Blige talking about take me as I am or nothing. And no, sweetie. You expect that man to raise the bar financially, he's gonna expect you to raise the bar when it comes down to your physical beauty. And that's why I told you guys that men that are silver foxes, guys, 40 to 50 plus should never settle in relationships. You got to raise the standard. Because just like she's hypergamous, you got to be hypergamous too. And so when men get married, men are singing that song by Keith Sweat, talking about make this last forever. Y'all singing that song talking about make this last forever. You still want that woman to still look pretty like she did in her 20s. Y'all singing that song talking about make this last forever. But see, only in a gynocratic society are men not expected to have standards in the relationship. Only in a gynocratic society is where men are not expected to have standards in relationships.
And she blocks herself off. There is absolutely nothing you can do to encourage or to motivate that woman to lose some weight, because social media, society, and the world has allowed your wife to have a victim mentality and has allowed her to think that the way that she looks and the way that she is okay, and somebody else will accept her for. That's what society has taught her. So all you can do as a man is work on yourself. You get attractive. You get better. You keep growing. You keep improving. You keep trying to maximize the areas in your life as a man, and you be a good example. And either you grow together or you grow apart. You cannot force her to do nothing that she don't want to do. There is nothing you can do. You get
now he is adding some truth to what he's saying now. There's some truth to that in part. But how long do you stay in a bad situation where you don't raise the standard? How long do you stay in a situation where you don't raise the standard? Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button and donate to the channel, guys. Donate to the channel and support the content, guys. It takes a lot of work and time to put this stuff together. So if you like what I'm doing, donate to the channel. Right. Right. No, I respect that S move to God. Yeah, I respect that, brother. I totally agree with that.
on the internet, you're going to see videos talking about you. If you get on the internet and you search up, how can I make my wife attractive again? How can I get her to lose a little bit of weight? It don't fucking work. They're going to call you a narcissist. They're going to say you're an asshole. They're going to say you a piece of shit. So all you can do is work on yourself, grow as a man, and you either grow together or you grow apart. You getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what he's saying now. So I call him a simp, but I still, he ain't adding no nuance to what he's saying. Yeah, the only thing you can work on is yourself, but you can't let women dictate to you the conversation. That's still low level. That's lower tier simping. You can't allow your woman to get big, man, and not hold her accountable. You can't allow her to get big and not hold her accountable. Because women got expectations, guys. Women got they got expectations too. And no man should allow his woman to be in a relationship when she's getting that big. Now, I'm gonna play this video. And should a man leave his woman because she got big? I don't think he should leave her per se. But it just depends on what they talked about. Let me play this video real quick. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all show some love to the channel, man. Show some love to this to the chat, guys. Let me ask you guys a question. Hit one, but you leave your woman if she gained 50 or 60 pounds. If you're being a good provider, you keep yourself looking good. Would you tolerate it if she gained 50 pounds, or would you leave her? Because I believe that you got to put pressure on. You got to put pressure, man. Pressure makes diamonds, guys. Your woman got to always have some low level anxiety in that relationship, because a lot of times they start getting comfortable. They get comfortable, and and this human nature, they stop performing.
I'm overweight, I need to lose my weight, or he's leaving.
He says it that nice.
I'm overweight, I need it. That's not the point,
I don't
though.
like.
We got together, I was about 120 pounds. Since I've had our children, I gained weight, and my weight never went down.
What does he say to you about the weight?
That I'm overweight, I need to lose my weight, or he's leaving.
He says it that nicely?
No.
Oh. So
not in those particular words.
What are his words?
He'll ask me almost on a daily.
Prior to us even being together, she knew that, and anyone that knows me knows.
And see, that's like if a man get with a woman that's a gold digger. He knew she was a gold digger. If that woman tell you, I like a man that makes money, and you marry that woman under that umbrella, you can't get mad at her if she says she's gonna leave you for another woman, because you knew she was a gold digger. You knew that woman was a gold digger, guys. Right. I agree with that, brother. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. Hold on, I'm trying to find the perfect angle. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Like I told her from the beginning, I've never been attracted to heavy-set women. I don't knock them. I mean, that's them. But for my personal preference,
that's not the point,
I don't like heavy-set women. And I've told her numerous times if she ever gained weight, I wouldn't stay with her. And when she started gaining weight, I went out, bought her a membership to a gym.
Did you change?
Did I change?
Have there been any changes in you since the marriage?
Several.
Plenty.
But see, now listen to the judge trying to shame that man to his standard. That's not the point whether he changed, ma'am. That's not the point that he changed. That's not the point. You're trying to shame that man into his standard. That's not the point that he changed. Stick to the conversation. The point is, he said he didn't like big women. So stop trying to shame that man for having his standard.
Okay, so she has some changes since the marriage as well. Did that ever dawn on you? Or did you have a pill or something you could give her to make sure that she didn't change and gain any weight?
No, but I also bought her a membership to a gym after both of us talking about it. She took that membership to the gym and used to go and just go for tanning. That kind of defeated the purpose.
So you really think you can control a person's weight?
No, I never tried to control a person's weight.
Look at her trying to shame that man because she's projecting her own personal issues and still being objective. You can't control that person's weight directly, but you can set a standard. So I don't agree with Judge Ephraim here. That's like saying if that woman told that man that her standard was that a man should keep himself looking good or provide her financially. You can't change the conversation once you get into a relationship. Stop trying to shame this man for having standards and trying to make him feel bad. Because in other cultures, women don't tolerate that.
I just have my personal preference, and if I'm not going to be happy as far as something that's been out in the open since we've knew each other. We've been together 9 years, going on 10.
Did you listen to your marriage vows carefully? If I'm not mistaken, they said for better, for worse. So perhaps her weight is the worst part.
But I also have my right to have my preferences on what.
It has nothing to do with for better or for worse. What Judge Ephraim is doing is keeping this woman complicit in bad behavior. Instead of saying, I'm going to do everything in my power. It's one thing if the man didn't try to help his wife change. But she's content with being mediocre. Do you think Judge Ephraim would say if that man was making $15 for the next 20 years for better or for worse? But see, America is the only place where a man can't have standards. Why can't that man have standards? That man has every right to have standards. Because in other cultures, women don't do that because they know they'll get replaced.
I want a relationship. And if it doesn't work, then it's best not to be in the relationship.
But
and
yet
have
you love
arguing
your
and-
children, right?
Oh.
And you're concerned about their welfare.
Oh,
And
very
he
much
says he
so.
loves me.
But it's more important to you that she remain 120 pounds
It's
than
not
that.
so much 120 pounds. She's 180 pounds. She's not very healthy right now.
That's too much.
Since you've put such emphasis on what she looks like now.
See what Judge Ephraim is doing, she's probably projecting her own issues in this conversation instead of understanding female and male psychology. She's projecting her own issue into the conversation because America is the only place where white men or black men in general, they can't have standards. That has nothing to do with the conversation, ma'am. This woman knew what this man expected. To go from 120 to 180 is a problem. I can see if you 140 or even 150, and that's being too generous. But from 120 to 180, just because you had kids, if you eating right and if you work going to the gym consistently, women they get too comfortable, guys, and that's a man's biggest fear that she can put on a bunch of weight.
Now versus what she looked like before. Let me see, because all I see now and what I'm looking at now is not bad to me.
Thank you.
So let me see what this is so important to you.
But how can you shame a man into it? Say, I would have still on business. You can't shame that man into it. I said, well, I'm saying, but that's your issue. You're not going to shame me into what my standard is, ma'am. He should have still on business.
Thank you, Joe. I'm looking at a picture where Shelley is sitting down. Now, how long ago was this picture taken?
Oh, God, probably about 3 years.
It's been 5 years ago.
5 years.
I don't see much difference in her appearance now. Did you become a stripper?
Yes, I did.
Just so you could make money?
Yeah, he wasn't working at the time, neither was I, and he talked me into doing it.
Whose idea was it for you to become a stripper?
His in the very beginning.
How
That was,
how did he approach you with
that.
such idea?
Huh?
How did he approach you with this? I mean, what did he say that could convince you to do it?
We got together, I was...
Always from a victim lens.
I don't feel that I should have to pay.
Why we're here today, are in divorce court here today.
Always
was
from a victim perspective. Always from a victim perspective. But that man can't have standards. America is the only place where men can't have standards, guys. America is the only place where a man can't have standards. He's shamed for having standards. The only place. Can't have standards, or he's shamed for having standards. Because he don't want to hurt her feelings. I'm trying to find the second part. Because trust and believe she got standards, guys. She gonna keep, especially if she's a modern woman, she gonna have standards. And guess what? I don't have a problem with a woman having standards. But you can't shame a man for having standards too. And I see it all the time, guys, when dealing with clients, man. He's a bad guy. He can't have standards. And he's supposed to be understanding. And she making excuses instead of being the better version of herself.
We got together,
I think men and women both should keep themselves looking good.
I don't feel that.
We got together,
I'm trying to find the second
about
part.
120 pounds.
I don't feel that I should have to pay her salary.
I can't find it. Let's go to the next part. Because they're going to do everything in their power to shame y'all. They're going to do everything in their power to shame you guys out of y'all standards. and want you to be understanding, but lose your job and see if she's gonna be understanding.
It's not on. All right, you gotta get on it. How old are you, ma'am?
I'm 24.
24. All right, so how black women, you're losing your men to not just white, you ain't gotta worry about white women, Hispanic women are a bigger issue.
And one of the things that Kevin Samuels did, guys, fundamentally before he died, is that he told black men to start exploring their options. Shout out to Dr. Thunder. He told black men, he said, start exploring your options. Start exploring your options, man. Kevin Samuels, before he passed away, he said, I'm tired of talking to these crazy women. Start exploring your options. Go to cultures where women respect you, and keep themselves looking good. Yeah, no past 7 p.m. and walk 10 to 20,000 steps a day. That is so true, man. That is so true. And they will be height and weight proportion. That is very true, brother. I don't know if y'all can hear. Can y'all hear?
This other person's not on. All right, you gotta get on it. How old are you, ma'am?
I'm 24.
24. All right, so any questions about anything I've said? That how black women, you're losing your men to not just white, you ain't gotta worry about white women, Hispanic women are a bigger issue. Or do you have a question? Oh, you gotta hold the camera straight, man.
Me?
The other lady has to hold the camera.
And that was one of the biggest fears, guys, with the passport bro movement. Fit, friendly, and feminine, but being fit is part of evolutionary psychology. Fit, feminine, friendly, but also chaste. Kevin only gave 3. I would say fit, feminine, friendly, and chaste. Low body count. That's what men like in their women. Most men do. Some men don't care. Some men don't care. But I would say that most men do care. They can get the perfect idea. Some men don't care because they just see it for what it is. But in other cultures, men don't tolerate what we tolerate, guys. They don't tolerate it.
Camera straight. So do you have anything to say about the topic, or do you have a question?
Not really more so for me for the topic. I guess Latinos are in competition. I guess, like she said, they're not argumentative, or, they don't really have too much to say. And I guess being in my background and meeting all the different women that I've met going to college and working in the different places that I've worked, they've always been very fruitful.
Who?
Latinas, like
Okay.
Mexicans.
What do you have to say, man? Hi, by the way.
I don't think all black women are lazy with I guess with dating.
You think they are or not?
I don't think that they are. They do have a lot of men that don't put in a lot of effort.
Okay, that's not this channel. That's not this channel. We work on facts, figures, data, and statistics. 1 out of 4 black women will expect to marry.
And that's the challenging part. You would think that if 1 out of 4 are going to get married, they would take marriage and dating serious and do everything in their power to get a competent, good man. But see, average to subpar women, some of them, not all, some, we're not talking about all, some, don't think that you deserve average to above average. They think you deserve sub average, and they don't give you maximum effort. And they know that your standards are low and you got a low self-esteem, you're going to tolerate it. That's a man's greatest fear, that his woman gonna get real big.
Black men are getting married just fine. So either you're gonna come with some new talking points about what women are not doing, because if this is gonna be what men ain't doing, go to another channel. You have plenty of that.
They do have a lot of women that don't put in a lot of effort. I have ran across a lot.
Well, the thing is, okay, but let me ask you something. What's your? I'm gonna do this. What's your YouTube channel, man? Life? Is that you, Life?
I'm Mars.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna slide you to the second because I want to do this real quick, and this is gonna be cordial.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You were going to say that you don't think black women are lazy when it comes to dating, right?
Yeah, I'm
you
not.
Said a lot of black men aren't doing their part.
They do have some women that are lazy. They do have.
But the problem isn't. But the problem.
Now she's trying to qualify first by saying the black men don't put in effort, and I think black men stop putting in effort because the quality has gotten so low. Let me tell you, young men, something. If you don't demand better, you're not going to get better. If you don't raise the bar, then she won't raise the bar. Outside of sickness and outside of something serious, you have a right to keep the bar high because she expects the bar to be high. But in other cultures, men don't have to worry about that because the men raise the bar high. But in America, black men especially, and some white men are expected to accept her as she is, and you can't do that because she's not going to accept you as you are. She's just not. Short men work harder than any other group of men because they know if they don't work hard, they're not going to get into a relationship. And so you got to stop incentivizing bad behavior.
Sorry, but the problem that black women have in dating is not so much of them; it's the men.
I could say it's what and what. I guess in my area where I'm from, it's about what and what. They do have a lot.
Where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana, I'm from Baton Rouge.
That's still in the United States.
Yeah.
So if black women.
Let me ask you guys a question: Are y'all having issues in dating and relationships? Are you gentlemen having issues with your woman not keeping herself looking good and being comfortable? Are y'all having that issue? If y'all having that issue, hit one. Hit one if you're having that issue.
If black men are the problem, then why aren't black women overperforming with other races of men?
I don't know. I'm not going to blame men completely, but they do have some women that is a big problem. That don't put in any effort. That expect a lot from that gives very little. But I don't think it's always the woman. Sometimes.
Why does it have to? Why? Did you go to college?
No.
Okay. When do you ever have a conversation about anything that it's 100% of anything? Because I'm always fascinated why women like yourself always say, I don't think it's ever all or anything. Is that really the point?
No.
It's more than the 50%. It's the majority. That's enough. Would you disagree?
I could agree with it.
Okay, so.
And look at how struggle guys with accountability. Look at this struggle. Look at this struggle with accountability.
I guess.
Look at the struggle with accountability.
I think
shout out to my man A.
About what they want.
MSM for the 5. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for that 5.
And men are up front.
Y'all having problems, man.
They want women who are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, childless.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the fitness. 80% of our women are overweight.
Okay.
So what is men being upfront about wanting women?
80%. And we're not talking about just overweight. We're talking about some are actually morbidly obese. Some are morbidly obese. Imagine a man seeing you at one weight outside of you. Now, it's one thing if you're trying and you got a thyroid issue and you're doing everything in your power and you can't lose the weight, but you are trying. I can't be mad at that woman for that. But she's not trying. That's a problem, man. That's a problem. And I don't care what Judge Ephraim's saying. I would tell her respectfully, she's wrong.
Women who are fit getting men. 80% of our women are overweight. The average black woman is 5'4" and weighs 187 pounds.
That's too much.
That is more than a man.
That is way too much.
So what is men being upfront with their desires getting men?
I mean, I don't definitely and been upfront on what they want, I guess, with physical appearance, but I guess like as far as their intentions.
Well, see, it's funny to me that you ladies, what you just did is you minimize what men want. You're like, yeah,
right.
Fuck all that. Give me what.
Right. That's called the minimization of masculinity. They never care about what men want. That's why I do these shows. They don't care about what you want, but she does care about what she wants. She wants a good provider, apex provider, the best of the best in provision. She wants an apex provider. She wants an apex protector. She wants the tallest man, a nice size phallus. But when you ask her, what am I getting? Used womb, kids by multiple men. Many of them, some have aged out. And you want men that have worked hard and done the work to take subpar women. But see, like I said, guys, in other cultures, we don't have this problem in other cultures because other cultures don't tolerate it. other cultures don't tolerate it, guys. Other cultures don't tolerate it. Only in America. Only in America.
No, I'm not saying that. You know, they can have that. You know,
they can have what? They can have
decision on what they want, like as far as physical appearance. But anything past further than that, like their actual intentions on what they plan.
Well, that comes next.
Yep. The average, yeah. Is that what you were telling me? Yeah. And only in America are men expected to accept it and to also tolerate it. Let me tell y'all something real quick before I get back to this. Let me tell y'all something from what I've heard. I've heard men say, and y'all gonna laugh at this. Hold tight. Let me see if I can find this. I've had men, gentlemen, tell me that they thought they had ER. They thought they had erectile dysfunction. And when they travel abroad, the ones that are single and got around a certain type of woman, they said their erectile dysfunction went away. There's a psychological effect that can lead to what's called a somatic response. But also there's a physiological issue when you got a woman that big because you're not turned on. And so it's psychological, but also it's physiological. As I said, men and women both should keep themselves looking good. But for the sake of conversation, don't no man want a woman that big, man. Don't no man want his woman that big. Don't no man want his woman that big. And that man has every right to say, sweetie, you getting too big. He got every right to say, sweetie, you getting too big. And she's a woman. If she's a woman on her business, she's gonna say, baby, okay, I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep myself looking good. I'm gonna start working out more. I'm going to the gym, baby. I'm gonna get consistent. I'm gonna do everything in my power, baby, to get in shape and to work out.
Comes next, though. You see, so you want men to be upfront with what they want and then be upfront with their intentions, right?
Yeah.
If you don't fit the fitness category, you're only a good time. Is that new information?
No, but
Hold on. We gotta go one at a time.
okay.
If you men put you into one of two categories, wife and everything else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't meet his requirements for wife, what category does that automatically put you in?
Everything else.
So, if men are saying what they want from women that are wives, fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. If you don't fit those, you're not giving him what he wants. And you know, just like I know, he'll hang out with you, kick it with you, have sex with you, but you're not gonna get wife.
Yeah.
So if you want the outcome of a serious relationship or wife, right? What's the first thing a woman needs to consider?
Her appearance.
Her fitness.
Well, fitness.
It's the one thing you can all control. So, let me ask you a question, seriously. You've been a good sport. Do you really think that fitness is the reason why so many black women aren't married? Do you think even if women dropped and were 125 pounds in a dress size 4, do you think black men still would marry you?
No. I'm not gonna say just me personally, but I do know a lot of, like that's pretty much one thing. Like they want all that they can get as soon as they meet a man. Just little.
I wasn't clear on the answer. Do you think if the average weight of a black woman was fit,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that we see drastically more black women being married to black?
Well, what it is, guys, they don't think you deserve anything better. That's why. They don't think you deserve anything better. They don't see you as valuable, so they don't think you deserve better. So they don't think you deserve better, therefore they don't give you better. They don't think that you deserve something that's pretty and something that's fit and something that's nice. So they're not going to give you better because they don't think you deserve it.
72 years old. I did 100 push-ups in my restaurant in front of my customers. I've got young grandchildren that can't do 5 push-ups. The fact that I don't even have a primary care physician, I am the best example.
Now look at this woman, 70 years old. And listen, I'm going to talk about myself again. I'm overweight. I'm about to get a gym membership. I'm going to go, after I get off the stream, I'm going to walk, I'm going to try to get in 15,000 steps. I'm overweight. But it ain't no excuse if you're not taking your health serious. And men that are serious should never tolerate it, man. You should never tolerate it. I don't care what she say.
But people will look at you and be like, wow, can you hand me that piece of chicken? I will never.
All right, so let me show y'all something. Hold on. Some of this stuff got music to it. So to you guys that are single, shout out to Philip Redding. To you guys that are single and don't have wives, y'all got to raise the bar high. You got to stop lying to your woman. Tell her what you need, and if she don't, and that's why when you come into that relationship, you need to have the standard high. Because if you don't, they're gonna get lazy, man. They're gonna get lazy, and when they get lazy, they're gonna take you for granted. Women in other countries understand that they got to keep themselves looking good for their man. Now, this young lady, she gets it. Shout out to this wise young lady. And then I'm gonna end this stream in a few minutes, guys.
Eat animal food.
But this young woman gets it. But but like I said, a lot of them guys, they don't want to put in the work, man. Work, lazy, content with mediocrity, and you want to find your
Don't
woman that
give
think like
fat
her.
as a woman. I promise you. Keep your appearance up. Always take care of yourself. Always take care of your skin. Always take care of your health. Don't get fat as a woman. Especially if you're a black woman, don't get fat. I know
You're
we are
right.
screaming body positivity left, body positivity right, but for people who are screaming those body positivity, they're also in the gym working how to lose weight. Did y'all see Lizzo? I blocked her, but I didn't block her on Instagram, but I have to go block her on Instagram. I mean, I already did. But she lost weight. And in my opinion,
She lost weight.
she looked fabulous.
Right.
You know, look when Adele lost weight. She looked fabulous. She looked amazing. So if you're a woman, please don't get weight. Don't get fat. Don't gain weight. I promise you, I'm not saying this in vain. I used to be 200 pounds. Let me show you the way I used to look, if I still have the picture. This was me at 200 pounds. Don't gain weight. I'm telling you, the way people used to treat me when I used to look like this, it's insane. It mentally trigger your fucking brain.
Now look at how this woman took her health serious and lost weight. When you lose weight, you actually feel better, guys. I'm overweight. I don't mind talking about myself. I'm gonna get this weight off. I want to drop 50 pounds, at least 40 pounds this year, because this weight is not good for your joints, guys. As you get older, man. You know, I got some fat on me, but I'm my worst critic. I'm my worst critic. But see, only in America are a black man used to, thinking that thick or being overweight to mildly obese or obese is a problem. The older you get, the more weight you got on, you're putting more pressure on your heart, man.
When you lose weight and you see yourself looking like this, it come a time where I was stare at myself at nights looking at this picture, and when I look now, it's insane. Let me show another picture. And this way you can see my neck. My neck was chubby. It's still chubby, but I have something else. Never mind. My face was so fat as fuck.
Excuse the language.
And I currently weigh 130 pounds. And I want to go to 115 or 120. That's just a wish of mine. And one thing I'm doing to not gain weight, I eat any meal that's 500 calorie less. Or if I eat any meal that's above 600 calorie or 500 calorie, I'm not going to eat for an entire week. Like yesterday, I had Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, it was offered to me. Like somebody bought it for me. I didn't ask, but they bought it for me. I ate it for the rest of the week. I'm not gonna eat anything except drinking a lot of water to keep myself hydrated and eating a bunch of fruit. And for the reason not to gain weight is people treat you differently. And I know, like I said previously, we want body positivity, but that shit is a fucking fake. It's so fake as hell.
And you got a lot of women that lie to women and tell them, say, girl, you look good. They know they fat, but they'll say, oh, girl, it ain't no wrong with you. You got women that lie to them and say, girl, you look good. They'll say, there ain't nothing wrong with you, girl. You look good, girl. Lying to them the whole time. Lying to them the whole time. And they wonder why their relationships don't last. Because instead of women being honest with women, they lie to them. They lie to them. They lie. They lie to them, man. And that's a problem. Stop lying to these women. And some of you men need to stop lying to them. She can't handle the truth. She can't be with you. Especially if you've done the work. Hold tight. Yeah, after this, I'm about to go walking. I'm going to go walking in a minute. Hold tight.
Everybody who's screaming body positivity.
I refuse to believe women have always been this unaccountable. I believe this is a modern concept that's taught women how to be unaccountable, and it's not just instinct. Yeah, well, women know when men mean business. They raise the bar when men mean business.
And the right mind, they know themselves that they don't want that to be the norm. They know it. So, in my opinion, if you're a woman, don't gain weight. If you gain weight or if you a little bit chubby, if you are fat, do your best to lose it. I did everything that I wanted, that I could to lose my weight. I starved myself and it worked. No, I don't have eating disorder. And I don't even believe that eating disorder is a real thing, in my opinion. So do with that as you wish.
So let me ask you guys a question. If your woman gain weight and she can control it, let me ask you a question. If you live, if your woman get big, are you gonna stay with her? Let me show y'all something. Women in other countries understand the assignment. And they understand that if they allow themselves to get too big, they can lose their men. Not only financially, but because the women are so attractive in other countries.
Men in other countries like South America, because they're taught at a young age to learn how to cook, that is something that is a part of like the day-to-day routine. So the biggest comparison to over here is that women lack that, and not a lot of women know how to cook here. A lot of women over here are overweight and they don't take care of themselves, they don't work out, they don't really care about their body and any of that. So one of the biggest things is like women over there don't eat out, they don't eat processed food because they know how to cook. They cook, so they're eating home cooked meals, which means they look better, they take care of their bodies better, they care about how they look, because I mean, if you're in shape, then you want to maintain that. If you're already eating out all the time, eating whatever it is, Popeyes, anything over here, then you're just going to keep fueling the fire as you keep going. You're not going to care about going to the gym.
So I say, is your biggest fear that she get big after marriage? Out of 12 votes, half of y'all said that y'all don't fear that she's gonna get big after marriage, and half said you didn't. I don't believe that these are men saying that. So let me ask y'all a question. If your woman got big and she could help it, would y'all have a problem? Shout out to my man International Quiet Storm. If your woman got big and she could help it, is that a problem for you? Because I don't believe a woman should allow herself to get real big if she can help it. Because like this man is saying, America is the worst place. Quiet Storm said, H no kosher. Because if I go broke, that's all I'm saying, Quiet Storm. That's all I'm saying, Quiet Storm. That's what I said earlier. Listen, Quiet Storm. I want you to listen to this, brother Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm, a smart man. I said earlier that she expects your wallet to get fat, and you expect her to maintain her weight or to lose weight. But somehow men are not expected to have any standards. If your wallet gets skinny, the average modern woman is going to leave you. So in fair exchange, there's no robbery. She needs to keep herself looking good for her man. But you can't tell women that in America. Well, actually, you can tell them that. A woman can only do what you allow and tolerate.
American woman from a standpoint of marriage and family. This is the worst place in the world to choose a wife. Not only worst place in the world, It's the worst place in the annals of history to choose a wife. Attention to a woman is like crack cocaine. And so she sees.
And think about, guys, a time where women kept themselves looking good. They kept themselves looking good. They kept themselves looking good. They kept themselves looking good, and they understood the importance of it. Hold on. Hold on, guys. We're going to end this in a minute.
Seeing these things on the internet, and she's got guys in her DM, and they're giving her a false idea of their value. Male attention is monopoly money. Because when you hit 35 and that attention starts to go away and you start looking for men, the kind of men you want, now you're competing with the younger, hotter, more fertile girl. There's a reason that.
And you know what the problem is, guys, with some of these older chicks? Some of these older women still think they got the same power as a younger woman. They still expect you to pay all the bills. They expect you to pay all the bills, guys. They expect you to pay all the bills. She expects you to pay all the bills, even though she's an older woman. She expects you to pay all the bills, guys. And she's an older woman. And if you're a single man like Quiet Storm that ain't had no kids, she can't even give you a child. Or if she got kids, she'll say she don't want no more kids. Coach gonna get this weight off this year, though, guys. I'm getting this weight off. He said that if she don't work out, we don't work out. Yeah, I agree with that. You got to incentivize her because they get too comfortable, and you cannot reward bad behavior, man. That's one thing if a woman is trying and she can't lose the weight, but she's not trying. That's a problem. That's a problem.
God starts, the creator starts, you start to lose your eggs, what, in the mid-30s? I have daughters. My youngest daughter just graduated from college. She's 22. My advice to them, find the best man you can at your youngest age and settle down with him.
And if that man is 40 years old, you'd be okay with it?
40?
Yeah.
As long as he can provide for her and she loves her, he's going to treat her right, absolutely. As long as they're an adult. It's okay for an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old to have and have sex and put it all out on the internet. She's old enough to do that. She's old enough to be in a relationship. It's always from tradition, and you go to other countries, the same thing. You find younger women with older men because the older man is more seasoned.
And that's what guys got to deal with. Shout out to Quiet Storm. He said, we brought up your quote on Dr. L stream today. Dr. L was cracking up with that Chicken George State University. But you got to add the state of Quiet Storm. It's Chicken George State University, not University, Chicken George State. It's a state-supported school, Quiet Storm. I'm going to play this. I'm going to end the stream, guys. I'm about to go. If y'all want to show some love, man, show some love, support the channel. But I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to end the stream. But
crazy to anyone else.
Look at women back in the 70s. Women back in the 70s. Listen, part of it is diet. Part of it is diet. Part of it is the processed food and the chemicals they put in food. But if you're intentional about getting this weight off, you can do it. And like I said, I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk, man. I'm going walking. I might have to take my blippy with me, man. I might have to take my blippy with me. Shout out to Roland. But I'm going to walk and I'm going to get me a gym membership. I'm getting this weight off this year. I'm getting this weight off. I got to get my sleep hygiene on point. But I'm getting this weight off this year, brothers.
When you look back at old photos from the 70s, you see zero obese people. I mean, look at this. Everyone's in shape. Everyone's fit.
Guys, everybody was fit. When I was in high school, everybody was fit. You didn't see a lot of fat folks from the class of '90. Yeah. AMSM 2020 for that blicky, man. I might take my blicky with me, man. I've been seeing this clown, man. Every time I walk at night, man, he be driving slow. I say, you come if you want me. You gonna either get this XL Stinger I got. Hold on for a minute. You gonna either get this blade or you gonna get that hot ball. Y'all see this Stinger XL? That's a military grade. Military grade. I paid $110 for that knife. And it's sort of bizarre, man. I'm walking, this guy be driving slow. I said, you damn come and think you gonna rob me if you want to. You gonna get this blicky. Yeah, I'm gonna get him with the blicky.
It really makes me wonder, like, what's changed? But you would think since obesity went up, people are just consuming more calories, right? Well, that's weird. Average calorie consumption has pretty much been the same. Must be all the sugars that they're adding into foods. Well, it can't be the sugars because this yellow line says it's been the same since 1960. But what is this? Oh, that's interesting. Here it is again. Vegetable oils. Wow, that's weird. And again, we see it corresponding directly with obesity. Vegetable oils potentially could be the cause of obesity.
Bro really saw 2 lines on the graph and went, yep, vegetable oils cause obesity. Times cool. I found some insane statistics too. As cheese consumption goes up, so does the number of people who die by becoming tangled in their bed sheets. We must stop big cheese immediately. If you don't get my point, it's that correlation does not equal causation. Also, you can't just pluck random graphs out of the internet and expect them to be accurate. If you actually look at research data from 4 national health and nutrition examination surveys conducted over a 30-year period, we see that mean energy intake increased, and this applied to men and women at every age group. For example, middle-aged men ate around 300 extra calories a day and young women almost 400 extra calories. And it's well documented that people often underreport calories on food surveys by up to 30%. And underreporting is even larger in obese people. We're fatter because we're eating more. Class dismissed.
All right, guys, listen. I'm gonna end this in a minute, but I want to ask y'all a question. How many of you men can still love your woman? How many of y'all men can still love your woman if she got big? Could y'all still love her? This is it, fellas. This is for educational purposes, guys. This is educational purpose only. This is for educational purpose when you're trying to take care of yourself. But this one is nice though, man. It's real nice. So you can mess around and find out. You can mess around and find out. Because mess around and find out. I got my blick in the room too, so I don't know. This guy's weird, man. He weird. Every last couple of nights he been some dude be driving slow. I said, you can actually if you want to. You gonna get this. You're gonna get this work. But let me ask you guys a question, man. Before I end this stream, is your greatest fear that your woman will get big once you say I do? I want you to hit 1. Is that one of your greatest fears that your woman will get big once you say I do? Is that one of your greatest fears that she gonna get big once you say I do? Because a lot of men struggle with that. They struggle with the fact that she get big after Did she get big after and change after you said, yeah, a lot of guys said, so y'all tell me why that's your biggest fear. And do you guys feel like y'all got the proper social skills to tell her, listen, I love you, but baby, you getting too big? Do you tell her she getting big, or you don't say nothing because you don't want to hurt her feelings? Which one? Everybody's saying one. Do you tell her she getting big, or you don't say nothing because you don't want to hurt her feelings? Because I agree with Quiet Storm. If your wallet gets skinny, she gonna leave you. If your wallet gets skinny, that woman gonna cut you loose because they judge you based on your ability to provide. So the fair exchange is she keeping herself fit and feminine. You say, I would tell her, but I know we're going to work. We're going to break up. Yeah. Don't no man want to go to bed with no woman with no bond on her head, no grandma panties. It's not attractive, man. And some women they just don't get it, man. You should do everything in your power to keep yourself looking good for your man, and vice versa. But I would say that the greater burden is on her because men are not the beauty standard. The woman is the beauty standard. He said no because I'm going to be right there with her in the gym. I will put at like a 4 ranking divorce, bait and switch, and sex is marriage before them all. I would put it at like a 4. Okay, all right, ranking divorce, bait and switch, and okay, I respect that. What I'm talking about is she's not trying, Quiet Storm. She ain't trying. She said, I ain't doing nothing. She said, she's singing that song by Mary J. Blige, Quiet Storm, said, take me as I am or nothing at all. You know, she's singing Mary J. Blige, man. She said, you got to take her as she is. She's singing Mary J. Blige, man. You're going to take her as she is, Quiet Storm. You got to take her as she is, Quiet Storm. Are you going to take her as she is? Or are you going to rebuke the devil and tell her she got to lose that weight? I got another good classic show coming up for y'all Friday too, man. I got another good one, man. Shout out also, man, to the Indiana Hoosiers, man, for winning the national championship. That was a good game, man. Brandon Clark said, she said, take me as I am. I'm choosing nothing. I like that one. I like that one, Brandon. She said, take me as I am. I'm using nothing at all. International Quiet Storm said, I'll find a younger version of her, just like Kenny. People say, yeah. But yeah, you listen. If I consider the Quiet Storm the quintessential example of a top tier man. He's doing the work psychologically. I've always counted the honor and the pleasure to work with him. You know, his paper game on point. He's fit. And so a man of his caliber got a right to demand a higher caliber woman. Because the book said where much is given, much is required. But you shouldn't feel like you can't demand excellence from a woman. So anyway, some of y'all said that's not y'all greatest fear. Is there an exception, guys, where y'all would tolerate your woman getting big? Is there an exception where you would tolerate her getting big? And then we're gonna end the stream in a minute. What would be the only exception? Did you allow her to get big? What would be the only exception? Carolina play Notre Dame tomorrow. What would be the only exception? And we 1-3. What would be the only exception where you would allow or tolerate it, guys? All right, guys, I'm gonna end this stream in a minute. Hold tight. If women refuse to lose for her health, then we'll throw you. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you at all. He said, keep your phone nearby. I know a brother emailed you a couple of days ago. There would be more brothers reaching out. Y'all heard from me and Saul. You'll hear from me and Saul. Okay, no problem, man. Right. Mark said, unless she's pregnant. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, if she's pregnant. Are we that shallow? Yes, we're that shallow, meal wise. Just like she's that shallow when it comes down to money. We're not talking about a woman that can't help it. If she's sick or she can't control it, that's one thing. We're talking about a woman that can control it. If you come into a relationship, you got a responsibility to keep yourself looking good for your man. You got to keep the bar high. You have to keep the bar high. I'm gonna play this last one. I love this woman. I, I love this woman. This woman, she gets it. So I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this. So I'm gonna use this one as a clip. Hold tight. I like her. But before I play this, guy, this is what men's biggest fear is. This is satire for the slow folks. This is satire.
Lost after you got married because of this behavior in your wife? Is the thrill still in the marriage? And are you happy?
Very few people look at their wife in this example and say, you've gained too much weight, you disgust me, I'm grossed out by you. Like that level of vitriol is rare. I don't say it's rare, but it's not common.
Sure.
What's way, way more common is your wife knows you don't think she's pretty anymore.
I got you.
You don't cut glances at her anymore. You don't give her hugs anymore. You keep the lights off. And so it creates an air that y'all are sharing. You're both breathing this. Where
if your woman got real big, guys, would y'all keep the lights off? Would y'all be like, Ted Pendergrass said, turn them off? Would y'all keep the lights off?
she might not be able to put her finger on it, but she knows you're out.
Sorry, fat wife coming through. Sorry, excuse me, fat wife. Hold on a sec. All right, bring her through.
Peter, stop it. For God's sakes, you're embarrassing me.
Look, honey, with all due respect, you've gained some weight recently.
It's 5 pounds at the most. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, Lois. You start with 5 pounds, and then one day, boom, you wake up and you're on the practice with 16 rings in your ear.
You're one to talk. Look how fat you are.
Lois, men aren't fat. Only fat women are fat. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go warn the chef that you've arrived. Oh, hey, Hogzilla. You happen to see my hot wife Lois around?
You call the Hogzilla.
Maybe she's out looking for a man who can satisfy her.
Hey, do me a favor. When you go to sleep, aim your butt the other way. Last night, for God's sake, you farted. I felt like somebody was sticking me with a cigarette lighter from the car. You're fat.
Shut up and go to sleep.
That's a man's biggest fear. Now, I want y'all to hear this woman. I'm going to use this for a clip. I need to clip some more stuff. I need to go and do about 5 videos and clip them. This video since the post. But anyway, let's look at this real quick. Hold on. I like what she's saying. I like this lady. She's cool.
Not traditional wife who actually respects masculinity. Pack your bags, bro. Femininity isn't gone. It's just relocated. No lectures, no I'm a boss babe too. Just softness, loyalty, and polarity that actually feels natural again.
And let me tell you something, man. You want a woman that's a truly feminine woman, and she understands the polarity of being feminine. You don't want a woman that's you don't want a woman that's he's a Peter Griffin cookie. You don't want a woman that's always contemptuous. You don't want a woman that's always contemptuous and a woman that can't self-reflect. And like Coach KL said, I can't get sexually interested if she gains weight. I agree with that. So Coach KL, there are some that would say, would you, if she couldn't help it, let's say she couldn't help it, she had a thyroid issue and she did everything and it was irreversible. Could you still love her? And would you stay with her if it's something she couldn't control? Let me know what you think about that, KL. Hold tight.
The first place, Eastern Europe, the blonde bombshell belt. Think of Poland, Hungary, Ukraine. Think 5'9" blonde bombshells who still believe in being wives, not rivals. 94% of Polish women say a woman's role is to make home feel like peace, not pressure.
Women from other cultures get it. They understand the assignment. They get it and they understand the assignment. They get it and they understand the assignment. They take being married to their husband serious. They don't take it for granted. They understand the importance of being dedicated to that relationship. And I'm gonna tell you, single men that don't have wives. If you don't have a wife, you might want to look at Germany too. If you don't have a wife.
Ukraine, traditional wives outnumber Tinder feminists 20-1. Land in Warsaw and you'll remember what being a man feels like again. Second location, Latin America.
Let me ask you guys a question. Could y'all date European women in those countries? Would you date a European woman? Could you or would you date a European woman? Could you or would you date a woman from Europe? If you met a woman from Warsaw, if you met a woman from Germany, Poland, would you date a white woman from Eastern Europe? And if so, tell me why. He said, but second, no, I'll stand by her as much as I can. She gained weight because of medical issues. Yeah. I respect that, man.
Cinnamon skin, salsa hips. Think of Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, places like that. 87% of Colombian women want a man who leads without being told how to.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Colombian women want their men to lead. You're not having to deal with no crazy feminists with purple hair. They got underlying mental illness. A libertard talking about a patriarchy and seeing all men under the lens of victimization of men hurting them. And, challenging your authority. That's why you're going to have a generation of a lot of these women, man, are going to end up single and alone. Because masculine men ain't putting up with that nonsense, especially traditionally conservative men. See, feminists don't like liberal men because they're weak. They don't like traditional conservative men, but they're really hardwired for men. They don't like them, but they do like them. You get around women that's always challenging you and they liberal, run from them because they're dangerous and many times they got unresolved mental illness.
Half of America is they're loyal, passionate, and feminine by default. She's in heels, cooking, smiling, and dancing all the time for you. No power struggle, just chemistry and polarity. Number 3, Southeast Asia. Loyal, sweet, and family built. Think of Vietnam, Thailand, and the Philippines. 91% of Vietnamese wives say they run home so their man can run
the world. Thai women.
Listen to what she said. They run home, guys, so that man can run the world. Imagine having a woman, guys, that understands her assignment, and she runs home so that you can run the world. Y'all remember Teddy Pendergrass said she inspires me. But if you got a cantankerous, obese woman, sassy, disrespectful, challenging your leadership in the home, you can't be at your best with that woman. Wow. Wow.
Call you Tarak every single day, which means my love. Anytime before breakfast, lunch, dinner, when you wake up, anytime. Filipinas, K1 visas up to 40% in 2024. They were literally lining up for masculine men who know how to lead.
And to you single men, Filipino women are good choices. Filipinas are good choices for masculine men looking for wives. Filipinas be keeping themselves looking good.
They will treat you like a king. Number 4, Africa, the ebony queens with loyalty in their blood. Think of Nigeria, Ethiopia, Kenya. 89% of Nigerian wives says, my king eats first. Strong, nurturing, and loyal to the core.
Did y'all hear what she said? My king eats first. See, these women know how to take care of the men. If I was a single man again, I would never marry an American woman. I wouldn't even look at them. I would stay single till I die. I wouldn't even look at a single woman, an American woman. But I'm about to get my swag game back on point, man. Kosher fat right now. I need to get real kosher. Y'all wait. I'm gonna get down to about 240, man, 250. I'm gonna get my swag back, man. I'm gonna get my swag back. I'm gonna get me some fresh gear. Y'all wait. Y'all just wait. I'm gonna do some before and after pictures, man. I'm about to go walking in a few minutes too. But I would never deal with an American woman if I was single again. I wouldn't even look at her.
You don't have to prove that you're masculine. They already know. One dinner in Lagos and she is treating you like royalty. Here's a reality check. According to the World Economic Forum in 2025, these countries rank lower in economic equality. What does that actually mean? It means that they're not chasing boardrooms. They are building homes and legacies, while the West argues who pays the bill or how much of a boss babe energy one relationship can handle. These women are focused on family, loyalty, and love that lasts, not a war zone. Save this post, tag your single bro, because your future wife is somewhere out there. She is just waiting for a man who still acts like one. Go find her. You want to.
And guys, and that's why that's one of the reasons why, guys, I believe that men should date abroad and do what's best for them. That's why I don't believe in this race loyalty and dealing with a woman just because she's black. If you find a woman that's going to celebrate you and get on your program, that's what you need. You said I'm 54 and I have to consider my health. What do you mean by that, Kenny? Your Coach K, your health is not up to par. I'm 54 also, man. Because I gotta consider mine too, man. All right, we're gonna end it after this, guys. Hold tight.
This message is for y'all young
Forgive
women.
any language. Forgive any language. If there's language, I don't endorse it. I don't know if it's language.
Do something. If you are at a nice, decent size, if your waist is snatched, do not get fat. Okay, being a BBW is not where it's at. Having body positivity is not where it is. Don't get fat. It is not in my opinion, and I'm a heavier woman, and I am trying my hardest to get this weight off. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, going to the gym. For the most part, I done lost a lot of weight, and I feel amazing, but I want to lose about maybe 30 more pounds, okay? Do not get fat. I don't give a fuck what I don't care what Lizzo telling y'all. Y'all looking at all this body positivity. Fuck body positivity. Keep that waist small, okay? A woman does not look good, in my opinion, when she's fat. The world will treat you like shit when you are fat.
It's true. I think the woman is telling the truth. I think she's telling the truth, guys. Forgive the language, but I think she's telling the truth. You want a man to give you the best, but you can't even keep your weight down. You know, and some of these women call themselves Christians. But they don't even take care of their bodies. They don't take care of their temper. And I'm guilty of it. You know, I got to get my weight together, man. You know, I'm out of shape.
It's just the bottom line. You're not going to be able to obtain certain positions fat. You're not going to be able to have access to certain resources fat. Nobody's going to take you serious fat. Because the bitter reality is, when you look at a person that is morbidly obese and when you look at a person that's not put together, they automatically judge you. Okay? In their mind, you don't have any discipline. In their mind, you don't have any self-care. People don't want people around them like that, especially extremely successful people that take pride in their appearance and take pride in whatever they're doing. They're not going to have your fat.
And you know what? She's telling the truth. Sometimes wives get upset with their husbands, especially if they work out and they look good, they keep themselves looking good. When you go out in the town, you don't want no fat wife. You want your woman to look good when you have on your arm. You want her to look good. You don't want your woman looking fat, big and fat if she can't help it. You know, especially if you're a man of distinction. She out real big. She out saying, talking about falling down steps, talking about, like Eddie Murphy said, talking about, Lord Jesus, please help me, Lord Jesus, please. Let me tell you, man, don't you settle and know what your worth is. Don't you settle for mediocrity. And don't you let nobody shame you into mediocrity. Don't settle for mediocrity. If she can't, minus a medical condition, she needs to do everything in her power to get that weight off.
Ass around. Do not get fat. Do not let these women online bamboozle y'all into thinking that it's cute. It is not cute. Okay? When you get older, it's going to be extremely hard for you to get that weight off. I am in my mid-30s, and I am telling you, it is one of the hardest things that I have ever had to do in my life. The older you get, the harder it is. If you are at a good size right now, stay where you at right now. Do not have these Negroes babies that is not going to marry you and fuck your body up. Don't do it. Stay small and stay fuck ninja free. Y'all got it, roll with it. I'm gonna go.
African countries to find a loyal wife. Rwanda. Peaceful, disciplined, and loyalty is literally cultural. Rwandan women don't cheat.
Some of you men that are single need to go to Rwanda and get you a wife. Some of y'all men need to go to Rwanda and get you a wife. According to the poll, 60% of men say their biggest fear is that she'll get fat after he said I do. 40% said no. Quiet storm going to Rwanda to get him a wife in Ethiopia.
Build Egypt. Family first. Egyptian women stay loyal even when life gets messy. Ethiopia. Soft, traditional, and committed. When an Ethiopian woman chooses you, she doesn't switch up. Kenya. Strong and dependable. Kenyan women love hard and stay even harder. Before we reveal number one, hit like and follow us. South Africa. Bold, confident, loyal to the core. If a South African woman...
And to some of you men that never been to South Africa, y'all need to go to South Africa. Some of you single men that don't have a wife need to go to South Africa, the land of the Nash. Y'all need to go get y'all wife in South Africa. But you can't be fat. You can't be fat and geriatric. If you get you a younger, prettier woman, you need to make sure you're in good shape. I don't believe men should get with younger women and you fat and geriatric. I'm gonna do a show called Geriatric George, so y'all be on the
Hey friends, so why was everybody so lean? African countries to find a loyal wife. African woman wants you, she's all in. African countries to find... Hey friends, so...
All right.
Why was everybody so lean in the 70s?
So I'm gonna end it here, guys.
Sorry, fat wife coming.
I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it here. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, man. I hope you got something out of it. But this is something that came to my mind. So let me do a show on, because I know a lot of men feel like once they get married, some women let themselves go. And as I said earlier, men should keep themselves looking good too. But men are not the beauty standard. The woman is the beauty standard, and she needs to keep herself looking good for her husband, man. So anyway, we're gonna end it here, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for the guys that gave. Guys, if you still want to donate before we end it, feel free to donate. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm about to get off this box, man. I'm about to go walking, so I don't be fat. Well, I'm already fat, but I got to get this weight off, guys. So anyway, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. If you don't have any money, hit the like button. Share the stream, guys. Thank you.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Yeah. Why check Castro, yeah, I need my ass. Why check Castro, yeah, I need my money line. Why check Castro, yeah, I need my money line. Why check Castro, yeah, I need my money line. Watch out for those who surround you, need no funny kind. You can't see what's on my brain, I live inside my mind. Out of space and out of sight, you need me in my line. Need no face, don't need no phonies, no. Need no snakes, no only homies down for show. On go. Get a book and get the front end, we load up and roll. I got kids, yeah, I got staff, I make a little need more. I sell records, you sell packs, not on my level, no. I'm a pop star, I'm a rock star, I'm a winner. Think I'm not hard, you smoke rock hard waste, man, why you dumb? I'm with airline, we on airlines like we on the run. I'm with take girls run up on me, they done. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Yeah. Why check Castro, yeah, I need my ass. Why check Castro, yeah, I need my money line. Why check Castro, yeah, I need my money line. Why check Castro, yeah, I need my. I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh, you matter what, add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh, you matter what, add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up, matter what, told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying Carhartt, car till you tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh, you matter what, add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Swipe, 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 swipe. Swipe, 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 swipe. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Simon says, swerving, making plays, Ferrari red. Never out my zone, touchdown in my hands. Only fam around me, I can't have no friends. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. Ever since I was a teen, had prices on my head. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Ball point on the beat, ball point make them dance. We came up from nothing, now we're making plans. Just picked up some bands, just picked up some bands. Tell her ask it questions while I come and grind. On the run like a runaway. Only way is the money way. New chain, no jewelry. No games, don't fool me. 21, been a boss. Take the game, pay the cost. Heard you roll a TikTok. Need to get another watch. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Tell them run it up. I wake up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check.
Fire! Kosher Clinician.
If
If it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. Heaven and hell, that's what they told you. Real men put the strap down and we can toss them. Young heads picking back up in young dolphins. This is our culture. Now we talking kosher. Clinician, masculinity issues, absent fathers who miss you, mama drama don't kiss you, all a part of the ritual, this is how they get you, separate the men, women clipping babies pretend to, damn, lovers, haters acting like vultures, if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher, if it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us, if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher, if it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us, if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher, if it ain't kosher, ain't right, gotta divorce us. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. This is kosher condition. 7 wonders, the whole world gotta listen. Listen.